the perception of body. It is called Sharir Preksha. We have already seen that when we say perception, what we mean is to perceive deeply the existence of our own self. You know, the motto of our Preksha meditation is Sampikhaye apaga mappayenam. It means that you have to see yourself with yourself, through yourself. It means that when you want to perceive your own self, there must be some medium through which you can see yourself. As it is very simple to understand, the self itself, that is the soul itself, is not perceptible to our sense organs. Or even we can't perceive the self or the soul directly through our mind. Then what to do? Then what we do is that we take the help of some media through which we can experience our own self. As in the case of perception of breathing, we had taken the support of breathing process. Why? Because we know that in each of our breathing, when we breathe in or when we breathe out, the self, the soul or the consciousness is always interrelated with the process. So when we perceive the breath, we are actually not perceiving the breath only, but also our own self, which is intimately associated with the process of breathing. In the same way, when we say perception of body, what we mean is that our own self, our own soul, our own conscious element, consciousness, Chaitanya, is connected, is interrelated with the body, with each and every process of body, whether it is a gross process, whether it is a subtle process, it does not matter. With all processes, our soul or the self is always associated there. And when we say we have to perceive the body, what we actually mean is we have to perceive our own self intimately interconnected or interrelated with that process of the body. So this is the literal meaning of perception of breathing. Now, how to do this process? The technique is also very simple. You know, you can concentrate your consciousness, your conscious attention on any part of the body. Actually, that already we have done in the process of Kayotsarga. What we did there is that we concentrate the mind on each part of the body and then use autosuggestion to relax the body. Here in Sharir Preksha, that is perception of body, we have to also concentrate in the same way on each part of the body one by one. Concentration, and then what we have to do is pure perception. To perceive that part, through that part, perceive whatever feeling is there, sensation is there, vibration is there, any activity which is associated with that process, with that part of the body, we just perceive again without like and dislike. You know, because in preksha, in perception, in pure perception, we have always to remain away from like and dislike, from attachment and aversion. These are all reactions of our mind. We have not to go into reaction, but we should try to remain in absolute equanimity without any reaction. So, as we do in Kayosarg, so also in perception of body, we concentrate the mind on each part of the body, one by one, and try to perceive the feelings, the vibrations, the sensations without any reaction. This is the way how we practice perception of body in the Preksha meditation system. Now let us try to understand the philosophical basis of our exercise of perception of body. As we have already discussed during the discussion on Antaryatra, internal trip through the spinal cord and the brain, that there is the flow of our vital energy. We can call it vital force. There is a kind of flow in our body which we call as pranadhara. This pranadhara, this is a very, very subtle phenomena associated with all living organisms. Man is also a living organism. We are also a living organism. So in our body, there is associated a very, very important process of our life which is called as prana, the vital force. When we concentrate our mind on any part of the body, what actually we have to perceive is not only the body, but also we should try to penetrate inside. What we mean by penetrate is to go deeper in concentration on that part of the body and try to feel, try to experience, try to see, try to perceive, try to know whatever is going on there. And there, when our concentration improves, it becomes sharp, then we can actually feel that there is some kind of subtle vibration taking place in that part of body, and in this way we can actually realize the subtle vibrations of our vital flow, that is prana. Prana is very important because it is the prana which is actually the organizer of our body processes. The body itself is an inanimate thing, is an inert thing, it is a non-living element, but it is the prana, it is the vital flow, the vital energy which gives the capacity of working to each part of the body. And therefore, the role of vital energy or prana is very important from the point of view of philosophical discussion. We have to understand that in our body, this prana is distributed all over the body, and there are certain flows of prana as it is believed in the philosophy of yoga or philosophy of spiritual practices. It is believed that there are 5 different flows 5 different categories of prana. Prana itself is the one, only one thing, single entity, but it is distributed in 5 different regions, and according to that they are classified in 5 types. One flow, it is around our heart, the whole part of the heart, and around it, it is covered by one type. Another is around the nose. The third flow is around the navel. The fourth flow is around the rectum, and the fifth flow is around the skin. From the heart up to the head, that is one part. Then the facial portion, that is nose, is another part. The portion from the heart up to the navel is the third part. From navel up to the rectum is the fourth part. And the remaining portion of the skin all over the body is the fifth part. In this way, the 5 flows of vital energy always is in action throughout the body. So philosophically speaking, when we are practicing the practice or the exercise of perception of body, what actually we are doing is try to perceive the vital flow of energy inside that part of body when we concentrate our conscious element, conscious mind on that particular part. Now, when we do this, actually it results in beneficial outcome that the vital flow, where it is flowing, it becomes even. If there is any imbalance in the vital flow, that is harmful to us from various points of view. Therefore, it is necessary that everywhere throughout the body, our vital flow should be kept even. It should not become unbalanced. There should not be disturbance in the distribution of the vital flow energy throughout the body. So this is what is called the evenness of the flow of vital energy. And when we do this perception, automatically the evenness of the vital energy flow is achieved by practice of Preksha meditation, especially this practice, this exercise of Sharir Preksha, that is perception of body. Now let us try to understand the basis of science, how scientifically we have to understand the processes of body and how we are benefited when we practice Preksha meditation, that is perception of body, in terms of scientific benefit. I think all of you must know that our body is a system, an organization of several other systems and organs which are all composed of cells. The whole body consists of cells. Cell is a unit of body, and that cell is functioning in every part of our body. So through the functions of each cell, the whole body operates, and this organization of all activities of cells, that is actually the how the body works and how we live in this life.